Here's Alston. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. On the floor for Boston. Jaylen Brown is out there with Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Garza in at the 5. A significant amount of games behind us now. Rookies are definitely starting to feel it, Doris.
I mean, at this point, it's been almost twice the amount of games they played during a college season. Very hard to prepare rookies for that first run through an NBA schedule.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he registered a triple-double, showing off all of his skills. Putting in a performance like that one really builds momentum in your direction. We'll see how far he rides that wave tonight, guys.
Okay, good stuff there, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Here's Garza, coming in off a 14-point game last time out.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Brown against Curry. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. Offline with a 3.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Pass to Pajemski. Here's MP. The 3 is up. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. MP's got 17.
And they've got the D reeling. A full 3-point attack right off the tip.
Here's Pritchard. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night. You want to talk about a perfect performance? He had... missed a shot all night. Incredible.
They double team Brown. 1:11 left to play in the first quarter. Driving in. Pass to Garza. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Coming into this, having knocks to win against San Antonio in their last game.
And you'd have to think that luck played a part in that one. I mean, the opponent had an off night at the defensive end for sure.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Celtics. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Yes, surprised to split the season series last.
I gotta hold down the city.
51 seconds left to play in the first. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
On the floor for Boston. Peyton Pritchard out there with Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Garza in at the 5.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
To the right side. Garza gets the bucket. Garza's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Celtics.
The real come at us. Oh, yes! Oh, man, MP to be young again.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Off target from outside. And the buzzer sounds. And the blowout underway here. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time. Scoring. But is that accurate, or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Pass to Pritchard. Boucher with a screen on Alston.
They said it wouldn't be televised. You would think it ain't no revolution. You shine a light in translucent.
And about 3 minutes.
And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. So, Tim, when you look at the current landscape of the NBA, the talent level seems to be at an all-time high.
Well, Kevin, there are more high-level shot makers in this league than ever before as guys continue to add shooting range and creativity with their handling.
And they got to be always evolving, right? I mean, you cannot rest on what you've done.
Well, the league now emphasizes high-level shot making more than they ever have. And in the era of the three-point shot in particular, it's crucial that you add that to your game.
Absolutely. Hield and Butler will slot in at the small and power forward. Majemski out there with MP. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Spurs was all business. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, they have just found the better looks, and they are capitalizing.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And yes, it's good. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
He has yet to miss a single shot. What a night he's having.
Ball's knocked loose. And MP throws it down hard.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Austin with the ball. White is double.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
Pass to Pritchard. His 3 pointers off the mark.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Pritchard. Following the basket by MP. Outside White. This one for three.
And so it's Boston with it. Next game, they'll get to take on the Lakers in Los Angeles. That'll be the second of 4 games total on the road for them. Hield and Butler holding down the forward spots. Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and that's not to mention the fact that by the end of the night, he had a triple-double. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Good stuff, Allie. Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Hauser outside. Out left to the wing. The three. Jackson Davis grabs a miss. Jackson Davis has got 4.
Their rebounding effort has been sensational. That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
There's a double team with Pajemski. Boston has gone 50% from the perimeter in the second, shooting 4 of 8. Pritchard from outside. He drops it from range. Pritchard's got 8 points in the quarter.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And MP throws it down hard.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
It's stolen by MP.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now here's White. He's got 6. Left side Pritchard fires the 3. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
And his struggles have been apparent. Unable to make an impact scoring the ball.
Lays it up and banks it in. MP's got 37.
MP is cooking right now. And, folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Pass to Hauser. Outside Pritchard. This one for 3. Can't hit that one.
How about this? He cannot find his rhythm in this period. This has been tough sledding.
Butler passes to MP. Here's Pajemski. Hield on the wing. Throws it up high. Boston with a rebound. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
White for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah.
Good, 245. So full. Why are you asking what I'm gonna make?
Here's White. He's got 6. Well, Greg, you've had a long NBA career, so I'm curious, what's one of the biggest changes you've noticed since you've retired?
Well, you know, one that doesn't get talked about enough is length. Players these days are just longer, especially in the backcourt. And that wing position. It feels like every team has a guy 6'9" or taller that is a
on the floor for Boston. Pritchard and White are their guards. It's Boucher out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the 5. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he really stuffed that stat sheet for them, ending up with a triple-double. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Excellent report, Allie. Thank you. It certainly was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
107 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
There was a good back and forth between these teams last year. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
There's a screen over in the corner. White. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. White's got 11 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Alston, back to Curry, from the arc, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. The Celtics shooting a putrid 25% from the field. Poor shot selection all around. And it's White missing. Here's MP. Softly drops in the floater. MP's got 43 points.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
We're back again. Welcome. It's that time again to take a peek at how the mid-season power rankings are shaping up.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Listen, nobody should be surprised by how they're playing. This team is loaded.
And talking about our game for a moment here, guys, how about MP? What a first half for him.
Well, he's playing with conviction. If you want to get the most out of your talents, that's what you have to do.
Yep, you got to believe in yourself, your game, and MP is looking mighty confident right now.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. MP out there with Curry, and it's Payton in at the small forward. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Here's Garza. The Warriors making the shot. Down low. Payton's there. Just 4 to shoot. Pritchard from outside.
So it's Boston now. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White, and it's Garza in at the 5, down low. And when you're trying to slow down a great scorer, there are those shots you just got to live with, Stan.
Well, look, BA, you can't take away everything, particularly from the great players. I think when you're game planning, what you have to decide is just that. What can you live with and what do you want to take away? And you try to just make those great players a little bit less efficient. You're not going to shut them down, but maybe you can make them a little bit less efficient.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He had an unbelievable amount of points and put up double digits in 3 categories. He was clearly on a mission, and no one was getting in his way. A flat-out dominant performance.
That's good stuff, Allie. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on, see if he can't replicate that performance. Talk about finishing with power. MP showing the rim no mercy there.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Outside Pritchard. Payton against Brown. Back to Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Brown with the steal. Pass to Pritchard. Will it go? Again, the miss by Boston.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the 3rd quarter.
And MP throws it down.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
For Boston, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Outside Pritchard. 3-pointer. Called in by Curry.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Tatum draws the double. And here's Brown for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Boston's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Golden State. Garza's shot is good.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create a high-percentage bucket.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the 3rd quarter.
Now here's Brown. Phenomenal stats on a consistent basis. Puts up over 24 points a game. Outside Pritchard, 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow, and the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Pritchard's got 12 points in the game.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for Boston. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. It'll be their 2nd game of a 4-game road trip.
Oh, boy. Tatum has ways to hurt you from every area on the floor.
Golden State has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the 3rd. Here's MP. Again, the Warriors score.
Well, he's getting all he can offensively and making the most of it.
For Boston, they've gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Pass to Tatum. 17-foot shot on the way. And all around the rim that time before dropping. 8 points for Jason Tatum.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them. Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
He got it again! Sensational!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Tatum against Butler. Left side Pritchard. White for 3. The shot no good. White's gone 4 of 12 shooting from the field. Pass to Curry. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3. Curry's got 40 points.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Now here's Tatum. Give him 8. Outside Pritchard. Shot to stop the run. MP with the block.
Wow. MP was ready for the shot and timed the block to perfection.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
Now here's White. He's got 11. Tatum finds Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. Knocks down the long J. Brown's got his second bucket on the night.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
Curry passes to MP. From the high post. And the shot is good. Dropped it in off the front of the rim.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pritchard against MP. Here's Tatum. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Tatum's got 10 points.
Well, he was scuffling with his shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Here's MP, and MP throws it down.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
Now here's Pritchard. 12 points for him. And it's Tatum missing. Outside for Green. Back to MP.
Curry!
Pass to Curry. Takes the 3. Another possession. Another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A.
And the Celtics shooting only 29% in this one. Not great.
I'm gonna make my strength this time, Mom.
Here's Brown. 5 points in the game. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. MP out there with Curry, and it's Payton in at the 3. That's the Warriors' 5. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Spurs was all business. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he did everything else he could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great stuff, Allie. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
White kicks to Brown. A floater. Tatum looking around. Here's Garza. Off target with his three.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Well, MP has been very aggressive here, looking for his own offense, generating great results.
We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Brown the pass to White. Lets it go from deep. Warriors with the rebound.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
Well, they have really taken advantage of the mid-range area of the floor. It's been open for them all night.
Here's White. Boston again missing.
No doubt the quarter just not going his way. Still scoreless.
Majemski on the wing. Santos, the pass to Alston. Heel kicks to MP. 6 to shoot. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Santos.
This is some public service.
Hey, sir. Carolina to dinner at 2:45 p.m.
And Jackson Davis comes to help. The Celtics shooting poorly at only 28%. We've got Trace Jackson Davis, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Santos in at the four-man position. That's the Warriors 5. Boucher, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
They set the pick to the paint. Out to Hield. Pass to Santos. Fires from deep.
Dude, you can't shoot.
Who's calling it?
Dude, you can't shoot. We're in a dream. That's why you have to shoot that shit.
On the court for the Celtics, Sam Hauser is out there with Chris Boucher. Then there's Derek White. And it's Queta in at the 5. Here's Hauser. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Hauser's got 7 points in the game. Pass to Santos. Out left to the wing. The train hits it from three-point range. Santos has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Celtics shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. White, wide open, he fires. The Warriors pull it in.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And what a show of agility by Hield, getting around the contact there and right to his finish.
The 3. And it's White missing. Down low. Pass to Jackson Davis. Hield from outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's MP making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll get right back to the action when we return. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
That wasn't a better pass in the game. Almost like he had a sixth sense.
Checked in for the Warriors. Celtics also with a sub. Garza's checked in. Richard, one thing we see in this league, teams changing coaches much more often than they change the GMs.
Yeah, one guy picks the players, the other guy coaches the players. Seems like a shared responsibility, but the job security, well, that's not equal.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moses Moody, Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Hield. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
So it's the Celtics after the Warriors pick up 3. Boucher passes to Fripp.
Hold up, son. Word.
They've got Moses Moody, Brandon Pajemski out there with MP. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. And Stan, you coached a bunch of seasons in the league. What's an issue that you face that maybe the average fan doesn't know?
Well, look, I think the thing that fans really underrate about the game is how intelligent these guys are. So it's not really an issue that I faced because I was lucky to have smart guys. But I think fans underestimate how much basketball intelligence factors in when you're talking about the best players in this game.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Jaylen Brown. Now here's Pajemski. 5 on the clock. Back to MP. Golden State needs to get off a shot. From outside the arc.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. MP out there with Pajemski. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Hield in at the 3 spot. Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
And here's Tatum for 3.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And GHS, when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
Well, how about the damage they've done attacking the basket? The defense has had no answers for how to slow them down in that area. I love the aggressiveness.
Here's Tatum after the Warriors pick up 3. To the paint. Can they get it? He lays it in.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Golden State moving the ball around. Alston, good.
Well, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
It's a great game plan, and it's great execution. They've really been in the zone.
Now here's Tatum. Yes, that goes in.
Well, he would like to forget that first half, but he has found something out there now.
Healed left side. Pass to Alston. Now post. Shot from the low block. Kicks it out to MP. Pulls from the top of the key. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Celtics shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And they double up Brown. And it's Pritchard, top of the key. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got his 8th assist in the game.
Well, to stop him, you have to get better rim protection than that.
Yeah, they've gotten careless, Kevin. No doubt about it. The turnovers in the second half.
Sam Hauser's checked in for Pritchard. Tatum draws the double. Brown finds Tatum. Over Moody. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
Pass to post. Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Here's Hauser. Here's Tatum. Outside, White. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Post. Post has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, his poor shooting hasn't helped them much, but you can't point the finger solely at him for why they're behind.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And good that time.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Now, here's MP. Pass to Pajensky. Hit his leg. And the ref saying he didn't. One thing we see sometimes, players opting to represent themselves when it comes to signing a contract. In other words, Tim, they don't have an agent. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think most players, Kevin, understand that the numbers are pretty set, particularly for the superstar. If you know you're going to get a supermax, why not keep more of what you make? Why pay an agent?
That's a good point. Celtics shooting about 47% here in the 4th. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
A 3 of his own for Tatum. That is how you respond.
The 3 from MP. And got it. Another basket.
90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Outside Tatum. From deep. It's hauled in by MP. Alston's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and
And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys, and what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Well, he just checked so many boxes tonight. He got buckets for himself, created for his team, and as a result, he just racked up a triple-double.
And here's Brown, following the three-pointer by MP, launches it. MP grabs the miss.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
Pass to post. Moody with it. MP finds Moody. 4 on the shot clock. It's up a 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
Now, here's Brown. Tatum's shot is off. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's MP for 3. Traps in the tray.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
Pritchard with a wide-open look. No good, unable to end this run. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
MP, your team needed your scoring night to win, and you delivered, passing the 20-point mark on the way to victory. Was that the game plan coming in, or did you see something that led to an adjustment?
Whoa, 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 whoa. That almost sounded like you didn't expect me to drop 20 tonight. I don't know if I appreciate that, Jennifer Quintana.
Oh, I'm just asking about the game plan, MP. No shade intended.
Right. Game plan's the same as every night. We play to our strengths, and my scoring is one of our strengths. I get buckets, we win. Simple formula, easy to replicate. How about you look for it a little bit closer next time?
Eyes peeled, MP. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Kevin, back to you.
Great work as always, Jennifer. Thanks.
great family. I like the family aspect.
Yes, management takes it very seriously and personally.
Generally, good vibe.
Here it is.